I love cooking, but I'm also juggling, like everybody's juggling. Thermomix is the most fantastic kitchen gadget that you could ever hope to have and help you in your kitchen.
Wow. Yes, you see, I've got the TM6 and I couldn't live without it.
That's great. I think I'm kind of sold on this.
Are you sold? Good.
Hello and welcome back to our podcast, Kitchen Tales. This is our podcast where we talk all things kitchen. We are based in West Berkshire in Newbury, and I'm joined by my co-host Rhona. How are you doing today, Rhona?
Hot.
It is
very hot. We're in the middle of the heat wave now, aren't we?
We are. I mean, being in the UK, I heard on the radio that it was getting up to 34-degree temperatures, and I'm like, we are not used to this. We like it being grey, dry.
The rain.
And the rain, that's what we're used to. Getting 34-degree weather and this kind of heat is just not normal. I don't know what to wear. I think that's the biggest thing for me.
You're looking lovely today.
So are you. You're
lovely summer
nice.
Dress on.
Yeah, I mean, when you're walking down in town, you see everybody's got all their holiday outfits out. That's the one good thing. At least we can get some of our clothes we don't usually wear. You can get them out. But yeah, I'm struggling not to complain because I'm sure you know what it is. Working in kitchens, it's already really hot all the time. So with this added heat, it's not been that fun.
Imagine having the Arga on at this time. It is. Yeah, I've had to actually turn it off the last couple of days.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long does it actually take to turn back on when you turn off your Arga?
A couple of days. Well, no, a day.
A day.
That's sort of, but I put it on a slumber sort of heat, so it's gone down, but it's still really hot.
It's too hot.
It's still very hot, but I've got the fan going because I'm trying to do everything that's up top and not use the oven. So yeah, especially with work as well. So,
exactly.
Yeah, I have to work around it.
Yeah.
That's good. Anyway, how have you been? How's work?
I've been good. Work has actually been really busy. The start of summer, it always feels like every single year we do this. We complain how work is really quiet at the start of it. But I found, especially in the last 2 years, everyone's booking very last minute.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually been really busy with a lot of orders last minute, a few parties. And I previously mentioned that I was going to be catering for a big conference.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened and it was a really huge success.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That was a big one for you. How many was it?
So it was 130 people on the Friday and 160 people and then 180 people.
Clean. Wow.
So throughout that weekend as well, I also had other bookings for people. It was the Ascot weekend. And for people that were going off to Ascot, they wanted a few meals. So I think I counted over the whole weekend, it was almost 1,000 people that we fed.
Did you have help?
I had a bit of help, so it was 5 of us.
Good.
And we managed to make it work. But my hands, So I think I've mentioned before how I don't have a lot of gadgets in my kitchen. I'm very bare basics. I mean, even until quite recently, I didn't even have stand mixer. I was still using my hands or a hand mixer. I'm just not into technology like that or using gadgets. But boy, do I wish I had so many gadgets.
You need them.
You really do. And I think I've always just been, it wasn't even being negative about them at all. I think it's just, I need all the kitchen space. So I thought if I get another gadget, I'm not going to have space. But I definitely wished that I had some things because I had to cut so many cabbages, carrots, parsnips. And yeah, I think I need to have the soft life and actually start using gadgets now.
You do. And I think also we've got a guest on today who has got a gadget.
Yes.
A fantastic gadget, which I have one of.
Amazing.
And I'm going to actually introduce you to Emma from Thermomix. Hello, Emma.
Hi, Rhona. Hi, Colleen. It's really nice to meet you at last.
So lovely to meet you. I think we've been chatting over Instagram and liking each other's posts and things like that. It's finally nice to meet you in person.
Yeah, it's really lovely to hear, to be with you in person today. So thanks. Just listening to you talking about working in the kitchen, aside from anything, you want to process your foods hands-free because, heat is in your hands. The heat,
Absolutely.
you're transferring that through stainless steel bowls and spoons and so on. So yeah, we can. I've got something to talk to you today.
Oh,
yeah.
So exciting. Tell us a little bit about you.
Sorry.
Yeah, you've invited me on today because I'm an independent Thermomix advisor, and I've been working for Thermomix for about 3 years. And Thermomix is the most fantastic kitchen gadget that you could ever hope to have and help you in your kitchen. And it literally will mean that you can set it to work and do other tasks, make phone calls, work things out with the children. Whatever you need to do, your Thermomix can really do it in the background. You just need to pop back to it when you hear the sound at the end of every single process, just to put the next ingredients in, just to tell it to start again on its next process. And so I'll give you a little bit of information about that.
Wow. Yes, you see, I've got the TM6 and I couldn't live without it. Now, once you have one, I don't think you can live without it.
Yeah, because I've heard of it for so many years, and I've had a few people that have told me about Thermomixes, but I don't think I've ever really got as much information. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it'll be really good to just find out a little bit more.
It's great that you've heard of it. It's been around for 50 years. Imagine that. So it's got quite a bit of history and a real reputation. In the 3 years that I've worked for Thermomix, I've spoken to lots of owners who are still using the model that they bought whenever they chose to buy into it. So we've got the TM6 that Rhona mentioned we were selling that for about 5 years, and this one is the TM7. It was launched this year in February, and we are only selling the TM7 now. It's a very innovative Thermomix. It's the next generation. The idea is that the recipes come from a website and they're downloaded. The website's known as Cookie-Doo, and the recipes, you can save them onto your Thermomix, you can save them into collections, you can save them onto a calendar, and then you can open the recipe up, and it's literally a system of guided cooking. So step by step, it'll tell you what to put into the bowl. So it'll tell you what to start with. It weighs it in. It'll chop for you. It'll do the cooking that's required. It'll do the slow cooking that's required. It'll make bread doughs. It'll make cake batters. Oh wow! It can make soups from scratch. It can actually make anything that you want to. There's a whole array and lots of categories of recipes.
That's amazing.
Family meals. So if you have, for your family making. I was using it last night for my family. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's tremendous for family meals, especially quick meals. So, we're all the time we're looking, are we cooking for an occasion which needs a little bit more attention, or are we looking for a quick midweek supper? There are so many different ideas. It's highly visual because you can see on the front of the screen of the TM7, you've got the picture of the recipe, and you can type in an ingredient that you have, or you're looking to make a chicken dish, and you can search on the screen of the Thermomix. It'll bring up lots of ideas, and it's designed so that you can quickly have a look through the recipe and see if you like the look of that and you've got the other ingredients. And it'll always tell you how much time for preparing you need, and it'll give you an oversight also of how long it might take overall. But that won't always be hands-on time. That'll just be doing an operation, leaving it, coming back, and maybe sometimes leaving something to cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So does it need to be connected to the internet to be able to work?
Yes, it's Wi-Fi connected. Well, it needs to be connected to the internet so that you can save recipes to your Thermomix. Okay. But if you had a disruption to the Wi-Fi, you could still cook with the recipes that you've got saved in your Thermomix.
So you can save it so you don't have to always be on the internet. So say I'm going somewhere where there's no internet connection, I've saved my recipes, I can still use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I saw you, Emma, last weekend or a couple of weekends. You did an Instagram post and you were on a boat, and you took it on your boat.
Yeah,
and it's so you can actually carry it everywhere you go.
You can take it wherever you want. It's very transportable. The new model of Thermomix makes it even more easily transportable. You can just literally take it apart and. If I just talk through, there are 3 sections to it. There's the base with the screen at the front and the bowl, and then the set of bowls that sit on the top. So you can cook a whole meal in one on one heat source, you can cook potatoes or rice in the simmering basket inside the bowl while you're steaming vegetables and maybe fillets of fish or chicken fillets on the top of the on the top tray. So you can actually quickly cook a whole meal in the time. You know, it might take 20 minutes to do all of that. You could certainly take all of those components apart and put and stack them and store them separately, or you could travel with them too. So you could take it to a holiday house, for example. You could take it on your caravan. You could take it on your camping trip.
On your event.
As long as you've got 240 volts power, you can run it.
You can run it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I did an event, this was a couple of years ago, and I took it because I wanted to make some soufflés, some raspberry soufflés. And it's not an easy sort of, pudding to actually make. And it was perfect. So I took it to the event and it was perfect.
Yeah, because you just want to make the soufflé mixture, don't you? And then get it in the oven and serve it straight
immediately.
away. Yeah.
And it's going to be good. So I use it a lot for like things like caramel, fudge, everything that you can't, that's actually quite difficult to make. It's actually so useful for us.
You're mentioning caramel and fudge and caramelized caramel sauces. It's got a high sugar stages mode. So it cooks at a high temperature. It's very good at controlling the temperature that it's cooking at, and it stirs it all the time. So you can make honeycomb in the Thermomix too very easily. It cooks and stirs and heats it to the right high temperature. Quickly add the bicarb of soda and pour it into your baking tray, and you've got something that could be stunning as a decoration for a dessert for your catering, for example. Yeah,
I do that a lot. After dinner coffees, honeycomb or some chocolate or fudge or whatever. So it's really good. It's good for the chefs.
Yeah,
I love seeing your truffles when you've made the truffles.
Truffles, yes.
When you talk about your catering and show what you've done, it's great. Yeah, I know you're very keen on your Thermomix.
Oh, I love it. Yes, I do.
And I was trying to
I feel like I'm still behind. Yeah, you can try persuading. Yes.
Well, it's time saver. It's a time saver. It's a huge time saver.
A huge time saver. If you're making a spaghetti bolognese, the recipe is load up the ingredients into the machine and let it cook for 15 minutes. After a few minutes of sautéing, add in the ingredients and the meat into the simmering basket. You let it cook for 15 minutes. Then you take the lid off the bowl, you break up the mince, you let it cook, you set it back again, another 15 minutes, and then you steam the meat over the tomato sauce, and then you add it all in at the end and check the seasoning, and then you're just serving it. So it's so easy to make lots of recipes like that.
That sounds really good. Yes. So how did you actually get into this? Did you have an interest in food? Do you come in from a food background? Tell us a bit about your background.
I'm definitely very interested in food. Yeah. I'm really lucky because Mum took the trouble to cook from scratch when we were growing up, and the family members are all interested in eating healthily and cooking. So I'm fortunate to come from that background. Originally, I went and did a degree in French and Italian at university, and I worked in business and marketing for many years until I had the children. And I changed slightly when the children were growing up because I did that in London, and we moved to Berkshire for my husband's job, and I made my life work for jobs that were available in the area. And I've been working in a school since we moved here, actually. And so I heard of Thermomix when we lived in Newbury, and I actually met somebody who has grown within the ranks and is now very senior in the team of the Thermomix board. She's the global business director for the UK and Ireland, and she introduced me to Thermomix probably about 10 to 12 years ago. She was the neighbour next door to my parents when they moved to Newbury. And that's how I found out about Thermomix. Yeah. And I didn't decide to get one straight away, but I kept it at the back of my mind. And then eventually I decided I'm ready for it. I would love to go for it. And as soon as I had it, I was at that point in my life where I thought, actually, I think I could go back into business. I think I could do this as a job to fill my time between, to make it work. It's a great role to have. And you just heard the little chime for the Thermomix. It's sat inactive for for 15 minutes or so. So it's just reminding me that that it's here and it's just switching off. Yeah, the screen's gone blank now. Yeah.
And you do lots of demos and other events.
Yes, I work to raise awareness of the brand. I work to show it to people and create a conversation about it in the area. I also do demos, and I go into people's kitchens. They'll invite 2 or 3 guests, and I'll bring my Thermomix. We will have had a conversation beforehand. I'll have found out what they like to cook, what the challenges are in the kitchen, what they'd like to see being made, and then I'll show them 2 or 3 recipes and explain how the Thermomix works. And I'll explain also how they can get a Thermomix and what comes with it when you buy it. The exciting thing about the business model for Thermomix is that if you're interested in Thermomix, you could also join very easily, receive training from us, and sell a number of Thermomixes within a period of 120 days, and you could have a Thermomix for nothing. So that's exciting to be able to offer that to people who maybe are mums, part-time jobs, want to take it on as something else to fill in time, perhaps just looking for a return to work. It's a great business model. We do a branch meeting every Monday. You go to as many or whichever you can attend. There are training Zooms. There's a very supportive community network, and you'd join a team of advisors managed by a team leader. And, it can be great fun. There are rewards and incentives along the way. So, for me, it's provided team and community and inspiration. And, I think that's been crucial to me wanting to carry on being an advisor, that and the customers too, being out there and meeting people. And I'm really interested in chefs and recipes and getting I think education more than anything, getting it out in the open, having the conversation about food. What is it that you like to do? Do you have do you find it easy? What are your challenges in the day and your routine? And then enter Thermomix. It can so often help a family with so on.
I mean, you brought us some lovely drinks that we've just been having, and it's been absolutely delicious.
It is.
And just hearing all the things that you can do with it sounds expensive. So how much does it actually cost? Because it's like that's one of the things that most people would think about when you're buying a new gadget for your kitchen. How much does it cost? Is it like, is there a bit of return on investment? How often do you use it? So if you can just explain a bit of that.
You're very, it's very timely that you should pick up on that. And that's why we it is an investment, and some people balk at the price. It's also available. You could just spread the payments too. So you could choose a number of months over a year, 2 years, or 3 years to pay back the instalments. And that's why we offer it to we offer the opportunity to come and work for the business and be involved in product awareness and spreading the word. So that they're 1,349 to buy. And the return on investment is that you're saving every time you make a meal, you're saving. It's very efficient on power consumption. You're probably saving on recipe ingredients. This is the hard bit, really. But when people see how it can help them time-wise, it will help you with your meal planning. It will help you with ordering ingredients. You can even send those ingredients to the shopping list, and you can order your ingredients from your supermarket shopping app. So there's the whole aspect. It's all included.
Okay, that's good to know.
You pay a subscription to the website CookieDo. That's where there are 100,000 recipes, and you'll get 3 months access to the website when you buy a Thermomix, and then you'll pay a subscription per year after that. It's £50 a year. But while you have the access to the recipes, you'll have access to over 100,000 recipes on the on there. And it's not just useful for cooking recipes from the website. People come to me and say, I've got this favourite recipe from my grandmother that was passed down. How can I make it work in my Thermomix? So we'll sit and we'll have a look at it together. We might ask ChatGPT because that's helping an awful lot. It's helping with converting recipes for making in the Thermomix, and we're finding that it's a really invaluable tool. So it works well with that.
That's amazing. Wow.
Oh, that's great.
So I think I'm kind of sold on this.
Oh, you sold good. Good. It would definitely help with the cutting up.
This,
That's for sure.
Especially the cutting up of things. Yes.
Chopping. If you're making big saucepans and you're cooking on the hob, you can chop all the onions. No more tears. You can chop all the carrots, the vegetables that are going into it.
So you can do all that.
Yeah. The cost savings are that you can work with ingredients and make your own milled equivalent. So you can start with granulated sugar. You can mill it to make caster sugar and icing sugar.
Now you're selling me on this. Because that's a major thing that I do. I use up at least about, I'll say, 50 to 60 kilos of sugar a month. So being able to convert and just buy one type of sugar, that would be so convenient.
And there's a huge saving there, I think. And you could also use pulses, chickpeas, lentils. You can make your own flour. Same with whole grains. If you want to be really careful about where your ingredients are coming from, you can really you can mill your own flours too. So you can have a saving there. And it's not just a saving financially, but it's helping your body too. Lots of people say to me, or we talk about people with dietary restrictions, might be allergy to gluten or dairy-free intolerances. It can really help there too, because what's going into your food, and making substitutions, and so many recipes for all sorts of diets in the Thermomix.
It's so much. There's so much that can offer. The Thermomix can offer, which is absolutely incredible.
That's amazing. So, what's your favourite meal to cook in your Thermomix? If I'm to come to your house, what would you cook for me, so we can have time to chat? And what you can make in there, what would you do?
The meals that sort of cook themselves are favourites, because I love cooking, but I'm also juggling, like everybody's juggling. So one of the things that it does really well is it makes a delicious risotto, and it cooks and stirs, and it makes it the Italian way. Sautés the rice in with the onions to start off with. You add the wine and the stock, and the rest of the rice. And then you set it to cook and stir. You can literally go and have a shower, or you can literally walk out of the kitchen and do something different while it's cooking, and just be back in time for when the doorbell rings and you've arrived around, be ready to serve.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So say I'm in the shower and I'm enjoying my shower for too long and I've not had this. Does it have a setting where it stops?
It'll stop.
Okay.
It'll ring. It'll switch off.
Yes.
It's safe. You're safe in the knowledge you can get back to it when you come back into the kitchen. But I guarantee you wouldn't want to leave it too long, because you'd be looking forward to eating.
Absolutely not. Yes. Well, wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much. This is so amazing.
Emma.
So if people want to be able to get this, how can they get in touch with you? Where can they find you so that they can be able to get themselves a Thermomix?
I'm one of many advisors. I'm based in the Newbury area. I work with people wherever they're based. I'm known as @emma.inthemix on Instagram. I've got if you can find me on Instagram, I can be in touch with you. I've got a Facebook page. I'm Emma Mulholland, Independent Thermomix Advisor. Hope I've obviously, if they know you as well, you'll be able to pass on my details. Hope you'd do that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Thanks
so much.
Thank you so much.
So before we finish our episode, we are always asking people what they're having for dinner, because we like to encourage other people to think about what they're having for dinner, maybe become a little bit jealous, or just to get some inspiration for us. So what are you having for dinner tonight, Emma?
Well, we're going to be having a quiche tonight with courgettes and bacon. So that's what I decided I would make. I made the pastry before I came this morning. It's a new type of pastry. The recipe's got a bit of corn flour in it, so I'm hoping it's going to be nice and crispy.
Interesting.
But it literally takes 20 seconds to make the pastry, and I'm ready to go when I get back.
Yummy. Sounds good. How about you, Rhona? What are you having for dinner tonight?
I'm going to have a Thermomix recipe, which is a chicken and prawn lasky. And that's the good thing about the Thermomix. You can have different things, can't you? So which is really good. And actually this is quite spicy, coconut milk, obviously the chicken and the prawns, chilies, turmeric, ginger, lemongrass, lots of ingredients, but it's delicious. That's what we're all having tonight. Yes, and gluten-free.
Oh, yeah, curries you must make curries very often. It's so easy to make, and you make the spice powders and the spice pastes for marinating and so on. So you can really go to town.
Yes,
that's brilliant.
How about you, Colleen? What are you having tonight?
So we're going to take advantage of this nice weather. So we're actually going to do a mini barbecue. It's just the two of us, but we got some lamb from the butcher's this morning. She's going to put that on the barbecue and have it with some salad and some potatoes, I think, whatever I can find in the kitchen. Any leftover veg, but we're definitely turning on the barbecue tonight.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, thank you so much for listening to us. And if you want to find us on our social medias, we are kitchen.tales, and we hope to catch you on the next episode.
Thank you.